What is Minecraft movement? Movement is something we do unconsciously and can change the overall outcome of any trade. Whether it is to get extra hits or pick up your opponent, movement is a key factor that alters how we play in the game. Now why trust me? And yes, I am just some random 14-year-old Minecraft player, but chances are, I know a lot more to PvP than you do. On NA, I am currently ranked as a top 3 PvPer and also known as the best current sumo player. So in this video, I will be going in depth on how movement works and showing a few secrets I have to use movement to my advantage in trades. To start off, we can talk about momentum. The momentum of your player speeds up as you are sprinting and can easily be stopped by simply being hit. There are many ways to counter this, such as distancing, jump resetting, and other KB reducing methods. To optimize your momentum going into a trade, it is best to long strafe while aiming a little bit lower on your opponent, which will result in you having as much momentum as possible to start the trade. The reason this works is because when you are moving at a 45-degree angle, you have just a little bit more momentum than you would if you were running straight forward. The reasoning for aiming lower on your opponent is that it essentially automates a hit select, which is better for KB reducing for the following hits. This also makes it so that it narrows down the axis that you strafe on, which I've demonstrated on screen.
Let's go have some fun.
Now we can move on to strafing. Strafing is essentially something we all perform differently. Certain strafe patterns work specifically for a designated ping, so it is important to develop a certain strafe pattern that works for you. From my experience, short, efficient strafes are useful for getting last hit, while long strafes with one direction are better for pickups. Although these strafes work for me, it may not work for every type of ping, so to simplify this down, I will explain how you should strafe for each connection speed you have to the server. For 0 to 30 ping players, it is much easier to long strafe to the right or left due to having above average hit rate, and will optimize momentum and possibly pick up your opponent. For 31 to 60 pinged players, short strafe back and forth to maintain low KB and keep good hit rate. For 61 to 100 ping players, I would recommend straight lining to keep as much momentum as possible because you will naturally take less KB than average with this ping. For any ping above 100, I would recommend trying to maintain as much momentum as possible by straight lining. And don't worry, later in this video, I will be sharing my secret to straight lining and taking no KB. If you don't know how to check your ping, you can either go to the featured server list and check your connection to the Hive server, or you can type one of the corresponding commands shown on screen into your command prompt. Reducing is one of the key parts to movement. Upon getting hit, you take backwards KB, meaning your forwards momentum is reset. There are many ways to reduce KB to keep your momentum. The most important strafes that I've taken into account are hit selecting and counter strafing. To start off, hit selecting is getting second hit on purpose so that you get hit earlier, meaning you gain your momentum back faster than your opponent. To hit select, all you need to do is wait for your opponent to hit you, then right when you hear the hit sound, all you do is swing back, and this will make it so that all your KB will reset faster than your opponent's, thus giving you more momentum. The second method is counter strafing. Counter strafing is used to cancel all your momentum, which makes it so that you don't take any backwards momentum, but don't get any forward momentum, just like jump resetting. To counter strafe, all you need to do is switch directions every time you get hit, basically alternating between your A and D keys every half a second while holding W. If this doesn't seem to work for you, a better idea is to jump reset, which should keep all your momentum and a little bit more. I have a full tutorial of this that I made on my channel, so go check it out after this if it helps. on to the 2 simple secrets I do to optimize my momentum, KB, and hit priority. The first one is for straight lining, and this is called 7 tapping. This is basically a way to speed up the time you hit the ground by a slight amount, which increases your momentum and your chances of hitting a jump reset. To do this, all you need to do is time or hold A and D at the same time as you are fighting. I personally find it easier to hold it down when I play EU with higher ping, so I would recommend it for higher pinged players. The second secret is simply strafing to the left instead of the right. This may sound nerdy, but due to the fact that our index finger muscle is way more dominant than our ring fingers, we all tend to strafe to the right without even knowing. I managed to implement this into my gameplay, and I found that I had a lot more momentum than my opponent because I was no longer mirroring their own movement. Well, I think that basically covers it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and since so many of you have all been asking for my 2K pack that I made a long time ago, I will be linking that in the description for you. And once again, these videos take lots of effort, so please make sure to like and subscribe, because it's literally free and helps me out so much. I'll see you all later.